Back here from Curry Field, a early 2-0 lead for the Energy City Cactus Rats over the Regina Red Sox. Red Sox coming to bat. And Red Sox coming to bat here from Curry Field. Here against the Energy City Cactus Rats. In the top of the first, Energy City took a 2-run lead, courtesy of a 2 RBI hit from Zach Piles. And that'll send up the Red Sox here for the bottom of the first at home. Looking to split this series between Energy City. So they'll lead things off with Jordan Tucker, the center fielder. Then it's Jackson Searing at right field. Then it's Jalen Seward, Riley Bender, Brady By, James Wright, Raphael Jackson, Justin Samard, and Matthew Fox to round out the lineup. They'll face off against Braden Giardina, from Merced, California. Starter in his 4th appearance of the year, starting a game. A 50-10 strikeout to walk ratio and a 1-0 win to loss. A 237 earned run average to boot. So here comes Jordan Tucker.
Yeah, a bit of a lineup change here for the Red Sox in this back-to-back game. They bring Searing up to the 2nd spot. Samard moves way down the lineup. And Brady By and James Wright are both playing.
So this is Tucker, 3rd on the team in base hits this year. Here comes the first pitch from Giardina. It's in the dirt and away for ball 1. Defense for the Cactus Rats has Campbell in left, Sander in center, Husu in right, Aracena at 3rd, Shido at short, De La Garza at 2nd, Piles over at 1st, and behind the plate for Giardina is Reese Rudderman.
Looks like both these pitchers so far are looking for that bottom right corner. Nothing from both.
Righty on righty here to lead off the Sox side of things. That one's going to be called for strike 1, 2-1 the count.
That one went straight down and low, not towards the corner.
On the inner part of the righty for strike 2.
Jordan Tucker, who's even in the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
In Giordano's last game, just 5 games ago against Okotoks in a 2-3 loss, he went 6 innings, allowing no runs on 1 hit, no walks, and 4 strikeouts. So momentum for the righty. Here's a slow chop over to 3rd. Aracena will turn to 1st, a good pick from Piles, and that'll record the inaugural out of the game.
That's a very good 5-3 play there. And we saw a very entertaining game last night between these two teams. I'm sure a lot of people here at Curry Field are hoping for another exciting one.
As you mentioned, a 10-9 win for the visitors. A 6-run 6th inning and a 3-run 8th really put the Rats ahead. The Red Sox were unable to dig out of the hole.
Ever heard a name like that before?
Rats getting ahead early, as now they'll face Regina's most dangerous hitter, Jackson Searing. Only 7 games played and a 5.26 average, but he has been consistent. This one's grounded to 2nd. De La Garza will turn to 1st in time for out number 2.
Some solid defense to start it off here for the Energy City Cactus Rats. Keeping it simple, just picking that ball up, throwing it right to 1st, and just like that, the Red Sox are down 2 outs.
So here comes Jalen Seward to bat. Today's first baseman. Righty on righty. First pitch, trying to get the slider in, but it didn't break in time, so it'll be 1 out.
It's like when the Vancouver Grizzlies played in the NBA, people said, Sports Illustrated did a ranking and said that aqua, or that teal colored uniforms that they had.
Another slider, and Seward will follow this one back. So both teams in terms of the standings kind of looking from the same place. Both teams are 3rd, both teams are 5 games back. However, the records are significantly different, showing the strength of the Western Conference. 1-1. Right down the middle on the fastball. Beautiful pitch. 1 and 2. Energy City 3 games below 500, while Regina are 2 games above, but sinking quickly.
Yeah, the Cactus Rats, of course, getting a new stadium this year.
There's one hit into right, and that's down for a base hit with 2 outs.
Anyway, as I was saying, a good hit there from Seaward, but as I was saying, the Energy City Cactus Rats getting a new stadium this year. So they haven't really had any home games. They've had games close to Energy City where they've played as the home team, but still no games at home.
My favorite name? No, I have 2 favorite names. There's a team in the States, I don't know what league they play in baseball. The Trash Men.
So runner on first. It is Riley Bender, the third baseman. Second on the team in RBIs. Here's a roller over to Shido. He'll turn to second for the fielder's choice. And out number 3, so Regina, and 4 batters are blanked in the top of the first. And after 1 complete, it is 2-0 for Energy City. We'll be back after this on Flow Sports.
The bottom of the first inning brought to you by Saskatchewan. The skies go on forever with surprise around every corner. There's no better place to explore something new. Discover what's players all around Saskatchewan. Prairie Lions, City Lions. Find your connection here.
Adriana Garcia.
Visit Tourism Saskatchewan.
What does Adriana do? Do we know?
So find everywhere friends at FCI. You want to have a good time tonight, just make sure those good times are down the end. By walking a city ride home, you can ride home.
There's tonight's opening pitch. Adriana Garcia from Access Communications. Look at that smoke. That was a lot more impressive. Slow down. It's so far been in tough. Well, and then I think
Energy City looking to continue to pile on this early lead here away from home. A 2-0 lead after the first inning. They'll send 6, 7, 8 up to the dish to face off against Holden Hungerford, a reliable starter that's gone off to a bit of a shaky start here.
Yeah, absolutely. And you think about last game that they had, the Regina Red Sox. Of course, the Energy City Cactus Rats getting out to an early lead in that game, too, in the second inning. And they're continuing that way tonight by putting up 2 in the first inning to the Red Sox's 0. And they're going to look to build on that this inning.
This one's hit on the first pitch, over to Seward on the roller. He'll step over and record the out. So 1 pitch, 1 out. That's the Holden Hungerford we're used to. Extremely efficient, extremely reliable. And you'd imagine the Red Sox just hoping that 2-run first will be a blip and something they can overlook.
Yeah, the Red Sox just need to tighten up defensively to make sure that they don't allow the Energy City Cactus Rats to run away with this game.
So 6 straight righty here. It's Robert De La Garza. First pitch from Hungerford comes in for a strike. De La Garza, excuse me, this is Ferguson, my apologies. This is popped up. Right side of the infield. Second baseman Samard will call for it, get plenty of space, and make the catch. So 3 pitches and 2 down here with the help of his defense, does Hungerford.
Yeah, there's another high pop for the Energy City Cactus Rats. They've had 2 of those in 2 consecutive innings. They're just looking to put a little bit more bat on the ball there.
This is Kenyon Sanders now. Leads the team in stolen bases and as well as RBIs.
Sanders had that grand slam last night for the Energy City Cactus Rats that really put them on top in that 6-run inning that they had.
Breaking ball there, he just gets a piece of it. Now the count is up to 1-1.
It was the Cincinnati Red Wings and the Boston Red Stockings. Red something.
So Energy City, they're the 3rd worst team when it comes to base hits with 150, only above Fort McMurray and Brooks.
So I can read your thoughts.
They're the 5th worst in terms of runs with 109.
Looking like a tie.
Yeah, not the greatest start to the season for Energy City.
And they are dead last in home runs with 4. But obviously one of those came last night. Here comes the 2-2 from Hungerford. Swung and a miss by Sanders. And it's 3 up, 3 down. The first strikeout of the day for Holden Hungerford. Red Sox will look to build on that after this.
There we go. Oh, yeah. Not sure about the celebration. That he did.
Beautiful night. There was a lot of work.
A good 1-2-3 inning for Holden Hungerford in the top of the second. Now the Red Sox will look to build on that a little bit more. Middle of the lineup coming up, it'll be Brady By, a man who has been extremely hot as of late. A couple home runs here at home, and is batting .292 in his sophomore year as a starter for Regina.
Yeah, and last night we talked about the Red Sox bounce back ability. And just like that, after they go down 2 runs in the first half, or the first inning, they come back, and Holden Hungerford pitches a great 1-2-3 inning to keep his team in it.
By hits this one. A chopper over the head of the pitcher to second, and it's a hard time fielding it. Does De La Garza, and By hustles it in, which will likely be graded as an infield hit.
Yeah, that was a tough play to make. I don't think that he could have made that play. It's a very tough play to make. Would have been a great play if he did make it, but tough one. So that'll be an infield hit for the Regina Red Sox.
So it's By over at first. His 15th hit of the year. Comes James Wright. Righty on righty with a runner on first. That one's away. So we see both pitchers trying to hit the outer part, but nothing doing. Ball 1. By not too much of a run threat, no stolen bases, and has not even attempted to nab a bag. Long wait. Here's the pitch. On the ground. They'll take a couple more bounces. Fielded by De La Garza. Throw over to first is offline. By will hustle in for third. Rutterman will field it off the netting, but it will be a base hit, and the runner will advance.
Yeah, that was another tough play for Energy City. Picking up the ball, having to spin around and make an accurate throw. Not a lot of people can do that. And as such, Brady By gets all the way to third.
It was a long grounder right onto the right field grass, or the edge of it. And now the Red Sox here threatening with 2 on, 1 in scoring position. Runners on the corners for Raphael Jackson. Second on the team in RBIs and home runs. Batting .313 in 16 games this season. This one off the end of the bat and foul.
But they also charged
Yeah, Jackson had a bunch of hits out to deep right that just fell short of the wall last night. And you see the wind is blowing in his favor tonight.
Definitely a lighter wind, but is going towards right field to Jackson's pull side. Ready on left, he check over to first.
There you go.
Infield at a normal shift. The third basemen are seen a little bit in, about halfway. Outfield slightly shifted towards the left side of the infield. Here comes the 0-1. Oh, it's in on Jackson. He has to move out of the way. That'll make it 1-1. Jackson on the year with 21 base hits, 12 RBIs, 1 home run, walked 9 times, struck out 10, and has stolen 6 bases.
I'm just saying it's not just at this.
Yeah, Jackson's very fast. Jackson's very fast, leading to his number of bases stolen.
I have one big
1-1.
and I'll explain.
This one will be a 1 hopper to short. They'll turn to second for 1. Throw down to first is in time.
But it does cash in a run.
So it's a ground out into a double play that scores by. So 2 outs, the lead is cut in half.
Curry Field not happy with the call there at first, but it's a sacrifice play as Brady By's able to get across home plate, and just like that, the Red Sox are back in it.
So it's By who scores. Wright's called out at second. Jackson by half a step is called out at first. There's 2 outs for Justin Samard, second on the team in base hits.
The one play that you score and you're still not there.
That one's in for strike 1.
Teams generally don't like getting the double play, even though it does produce a run. Like you'll deal with
Base is clear here for Samard after that great double play from Energy City.
Off the end of the bat and a little floater into shallow right, and it'll be caught from Husu. Coming in, makes the play. 1 run in the bottom of the second, and we got ourselves a ball game. After 2 full, we'll go to the third. After this on FloCollege.
Your score after complete. The Energy City Cactus Rats of the
City or the Rats.
Okay. Okay.
The bottom half of the second was brought to you by Regina Plumbing and Heating.
Right.
The official plumbing and heating partner of the Regina Red Sox.
Thank you.
If you're thinking about buying
It's starting to rain a bit.
system, call the pros at Regina Plumbing.
Starting to rain a bit.
They sell quality units at a fair price. The top half of the third inning brought to you by Lowe's Stewart and Wilson, celebrating 20 years of
back in the Queen City for tonight's WCBL game. Glad to have you along, Brendan McGuire. Yeah, you're trying a lot of things. What else?
Now that being Mr. Jessup, Mr. Rogers, the grassy or Kids in the Hall. I'm gonna go with the Kids in the Hall. All of Section C grew up with Kids in the Hall.
That's the first.
Everybody else grew up with Kids in the Hall back in the day. Go Canadian television. Hey, wait, what?
2 innings through this one from Curry Field. Energy City Cactus Reds and Regina Red Sox here on FloCollege and their coverage of the WCBL. We'll turn the lineup over here. It'll be 9-1-2 for the Cactus Reds. Elias Campbell will lead things off. The left fielder.
A little bit of a light drizzle here picking up at Curry Field.
Yeah, the radar showed rain would be coming in around this time, around 7:30 p.m. local. Here's a broken bat as this one's gone into right center, and he'll take a drop right in between the center fielder Tucker and the right fielder Searing. So using the wood bat for the first time in live ball action, or collegiate level, I should say, for a lot of these guys. Elias breaks that one on one pitch and earns himself first base via the knock.
Holy smokes. Elias Campbell just destroyed that bat. The bottom half of it went flying over towards the Rats bullpen. But if
There's currently a piece of it right behind home plate. Little nick of it.
good single though.
Bunt being shown here. This one's popped up, and it's caught by Hungerford. So Ten Shindo, who scored his last time up, trying to lay down the bunt, advance the runner, gets a little bit too much under it. Heads up play from the starter, and there's one out.
Yeah, athletic play there from Hungerford. Just to reach up there and pinpoint that ball. Great hand-eye coordination to bring that one down and put another out on the board.
Seen a lot of times pitchers have trouble kind of making those tight fielding plays, whether it's on the ground or in the air, but impressive play from the Californian.
That's why they pitch, and that's why they're not in the field.
This is Reese Rudderman, the catcher, swing and a miss there on the breaking ball. It'll be lefty on righty with the runner on first. Oh, 1. This one's popped up into shallow center, in fact, still in the infield. Caught by Fox just on the edge of the outfield grass, out number 2.
There's another catch from Fox. He's been holding that shortstop position down very well for the Regina Red Sox, leading to some solid defense. And he's been a staple at the shortstop position.
Second-year guy. Played shortstop pretty much every day last year, doing the same again here. It's been a reliable part of this team that is every WCBL team does. Every year they go changes, but about this time of year, teams are starting to settle in and realize their potential as a squad. 0-1.
Well, I made the comment.
That one is inside to Timo Aracena.
But yet, that's probably less wear and tear on his arm than a guy who throws 93, isn't it?
League-wide, in terms of batting average, he is 10th with a 391.
Like if you have 25 pitches,
Runner going.
that might be better than a guy who's
That one misses inside. Throw down to second is offline. They'll take a skip. Fox will be there for the insurance policy. And it is a stolen base for Elias Campbell.
like a reliever to a starter.
Yeah, they just couldn't get the play done at second base, but I really like the play from Matthew Fox sneaking in behind and picking the ball up so that it couldn't get even farther and allow for more bases to be taken.
A starter is like if
Third stolen base of the year for Campbell. Now in scoring position 2-1, 2 out. Here's the pitch. Hit on the ground over to third.
and they've got the
Bender will turn to first in time for out number 3. So 4 batters come up in the third. 1 hit, no runs. We're going bottom of the third. Moving quickly here from Curry.
but Strand a base runner and the Sox trail by 1 with the back line.
Safety is our business. We're finding where they're putting the care here. Safety for you. Proud sponsor of the Regina Red Sox. Scratch the ball and get rid off your card. 4, 5, 7, 12, 15, 16, 18, 21, 23.
I think that's him. Guys, welcome back to the Cactus Rats dugout. Just a mountain of a man. It's like he's the Shaquille O'Neal. So big. Right on this side. We gotta zoom in on those shoes.
Another inning of work here for Brandon Giordina in the Battle of the Californians on the mound. 2-1 ball game here from Curry Field with the Red Sox and the Cactus Rats. Matthew Fox will lead things off, the shortstop this evening. Righty on righty here for the bottom of the third. First pitch from Arcina. Swung on a missed on the inside part, and Fox is down 0-1.
Yeah, Matthew Fox, while being solid at the shortstop position, he hasn't been great hitting the ball so far this year.
0-1. Fox gets a hold of this one and puts it into center. Fielding toward his left is Sanders to record out number 1.
Yeah, good play to track the ball from Sanders, make sure it couldn't get down, and the Sox are down 1 out.
Back to the top of the order for Jordan Tucker. Grounded to third his last time up to the center fielder. He'll dig in righty on righty. First pitch breaks just a bit over the strike zone for strike 1. That one misses a little bit in as Arcina working the edges of the plate pretty well. Oh, he misses high and in a little bit there to the leadoff man, Tucker. 1-1 in again on Tucker. There with the fastball.
Tucker, of course, the center fielder for the Sox.
2-1. Hit on the ground, but foul third base side. That'll leave it at 2. So in the last 5 for Regina, it's included a 14-9 win against Weyburn, a 12-2 win against Medicine Hat, an 11-1 win the next night against Medicine Hat, a 6-7 loss in Moose Jaw, a 9-10 loss against Energy City last night. Now they find themselves here with a 1-run disadvantage. So feels like for the Sox, as of late, when they've won, it's been dominant, and when they've lost, it's been extremely close. Full count. Hit on the ground over to second. De La Garza fields it on a knee, turns and beats out the runner by a step and a half.
Yeah, the Red Sox, when they win, of course, as you said, they've been dominant. And when they lose, they always tend to make it close. It makes some very entertaining games, no matter where they're at.
As it did last night. And as for Energy City, they've had some pretty close games as well. Just 5 games ago in a 2-3 loss to Okotoks before losing the next night by 5 in a 8-3 loss to the Dogs. First pitch is in for strike 1 on the inner part. Then a 7-2 win at Weyburn. Then an 18-7 loss at Weyburn the very next night, before beating Regina 10-9 as part of their Saskatchewan road trip.
Yeah, the Rats will be in Saskatchewan a lot over the next few days.
The 2 games in Saskatoon in the back-to-back. Then they'll come back home for Lethbridge and Swift Current. That is called for strike 3 on Searing. He doesn't like it. But that'll end the bottom of the third. We're a third of the way through here from Curry, 2-1 game.
I don't think it's going to turn. We'll get a look. We don't have to pitch borderline. I can see why he'd be a little chapped, but I can understand the call. I'm sure we'll see. But anyways, we got a straight line. Brand's going to show it to you.
Yeah, sure, I can do that. Just like where we come on? Okay.
I looked at that logo and I don't like that wrap. They could have drawn a better wrap.
Just want to make sure. Okay, here we go in 3, 2, 1.
What's that? It's far better than that.
Okay, hang on a second. He's just coming down. So, okay, you gotta step on it down. You gotta catch up. Oh, just let him go, Perry. Let him go. There we go.
Oh, sliders in action.
I think it's one of those Tesla videos. I'm not too sure. It just goes by itself. And you know what? That's a pretty close race, isn't it? Well, now you can stop.
A third of the way through here from Curry. and the WCBL on Flow Sports College. Let's get you caught up on the rest of the Western Canadian Baseball League action here this evening.
Yeah, the game between the Fort McMurray Giants and the Lethbridge Bulls has been postponed, as has the game between the Brooks Bombers and the Okotoks Dogs. Top of the third in Weyburn, the Sylvan Lake Gulls are behind 0-2. The Saskatoon Berries at the Medicine Hat Mavericks game has been postponed. And at the bottom of the second, the Swift Current 57s lead the Moose Jaw Miller Express 4-0.
So a bit of a rainier day here across Western Canada, across Alberta and Saskatchewan, but all Saskatchewan games so far so good. Every Alberta game has been postponed due to weather. Here comes Zach Piles. First pitch is in for strike one on the outer part. But interesting, Weyburn seemed to have caught a bit of a second win looking outwards the league. Of course, that big win against Energy City and some games here at Regina just a few nights ago where they showed some promise. Here's a pop-up into right. Searing makes the play for 1 out.
Yeah, Energy City losing that game after a huge comeback attempt from the Weyburn Beavers in Weyburn.
Yeah, as the summer seasons ramp up, as we get this turn into July, the most important part of the year, of the regular season, I should say, as postseason implications are that much more important. 0-1 now to Parker Husu. Grounded into a double play his last time up to end the first. Don misses inside.
You're one of those people who won't say something unless it's accurate.
1-1. This one's off the middle of the bat and foul.
We haven't seen a whole lot of Holden Hungerford at Curry Field for the Regina Red Sox.
He's gotten a couple of starts here, one on the road. That was that one loss. Here's one popped up into shallow right. Searing chasing after it, but it's going to go foul by about a foot.
Yeah, that was a close one.
What I have seen from Hungerford, sorry to cut you off, is efficiency and a lot of reliability. It's just challenges he's faced has been his offense kind of playing around him. Like that 2-1 loss against Swift Current. You know, you put up 2 runs, relatively you should win the baseball game, especially with a team like Regina, but unable to do so. However, tonight, if he can keep the pace he's going, he's likely going another few innings. 1-2. High and in to bring the count even.
Yeah, I agree with you. And the Regina Red Sox have such a deep pitching core, such a great pitching core, that many people, such as Holden Hungerford, who are solid pitchers, just don't see as much time.
2-2. This one's one hopper over to first, and it's right through the glove seaward. It'll go into deep right field, and it's a error that puts Parker Husu at second.
Yeah, that's a big E3 there on seaward. He should have had that ball. It did take a bounce, but at first base, you got to be able to make those plays, and it just bounces over his glove, and Husu gets to second.
It looked like it was going to be a casual play for the first baseman, but it gets by him and into right. And with 1 out, there is a runner at second. So bring up Robert De La Garza. Kind of talking about the depth of the Red Sox. In terms of their rotation, Colton Anderson, Holden Hungerford, Aiden Page are there, as well as from the bullpen, you got Nicholas Yard, you got Hayden Thompson, you got James Adcox, who made his first appearance last night, Colton Bank, Tyler Fortin. A lot of guys the Sox can turn to, but they're not looking for talent as much as they are looking for consistency. This one's foul back, 1-1 to count.
Yeah, absolutely. Both teams fielding 4 pitchers last night. The Red Sox with Blake Johnson, James Adcox, Aiden Page, and Nick Yard. And you wonder if Energy City may not be playing as many pitchers today to save themselves for the road trip to Saskatoon.
Check over to second, not in time and a little bit outside. In terms of pitching numbers, Regina and Energy City, they're only about 7 strikeouts away from each other in total. Regina with 149 on the year, Energy City with 143. That's good for 4th and 5th worst in the league. So pretty middle of the pack for both sides. Another check over to second. This one's off the glove of Samard, but they keep it in front. So looking at Husu as a bit of a steal threat are the Sox. No stolen bases yet this season, but he has been caught once.
Man, Energy City is such a cool name. I love it.
I'm a fan of the calling teams by a name that aren't their city, like Golden State. That one misses low, 2-1. So Energy City, of course, probably heard the story, replacing the Edmonton Prospects. They play out of Spruce Grove, Alberta. 2-1. Runner going. Throw down to third, and the play is not in time. So it's the first stolen base of the year for Husu, and he has found himself running around the bases.
Yeah, close play there at the third plate. The throw was just a little late, and he couldn't catch it. So Husu gets the base, and now he's in prime scoring position.
Infield playing a little bit more in, about halfway. Outfield normal depth. 3-1, misses away for ball 4. So coming into today, Hungerford only 1 walk on the year. He has walked 2 so far in this game. The DH, Hunter Ferguson, will now begin, with runners on the corners.
You have to Google that Utah, but you have to Google that Utah.
And in the dirt.
It is ugly.
So here in the top of the 4th, Hungerford's gone 3 1/3, facing a little bit of pressure.
The 1-0. Oh, and this
Here's
one's
one
hit
lifted into
high
left.
in the air.
Raphael Jackson will come under it,
Jackson will
makes the
settle
catch.
under it,
Runner
and he makes the
tagging.
catch, and he's gonna
It'll
make
be
the
throw down to home, and
they
it's
almost
the
got it,
throw
but
not
no.
in time.
Scoring
Runner
on
slides in, and Husu scores on the sacrifice fly. Run batted in.
Yeah, there's a good catch from Jackson in left field, and a good throw attempt too. But Husu is able to get in there just in time. The throw's just barely a little bit off, and Energy City's pushed the lead to 2 again.
Husu scores from third. De La Garza stays at first, and now it is 2 out in a 3-1 ball game in favor of the Rats. Lefty on righty for Kenyon Sanders. Runner going, swing and a miss there. As it'll be another stolen base. This time it is for De La Garza. Stolen base number 6 on the season.
Energy City stealing a lot of bases right now. You got to think that Hungerford's going to be checking behind him more often and trying to tag these runners out, catch them lacking.
That pitch was a swing and a miss, so it's 0-1. Look over at second. Here's one hit right in center. Runner coming around, throw coming in, it's going to be cut off. Throw down, and it's out of the glove of Seward. They would have caught the runner at home, but the first baseman, Seward, had the ball slip out of his throwing hand. So the score is now 4-1.
Yeah, another misplay there from Seward. He had the one at first base earlier, and this time it just slips out of his throwing hand, and he can't get it to home plate. They had a solid shot at tagging the runner out, but unable to do it.
A great shot at tagging the runner, but the cutoff man can't do his job successfully. So it's an RBI double for Sanders, who now sits at second, for the 9-hitter Elias Campbell. In the dirt and gets away. Well pitched, runner coming around third. Here comes Sanders to the plate. Throw down, not in time.
Man, this is a huge inning for Energy City. Lots of steals, risky plays, but on the pass ball behind the play from James Wright, it's an easy run from third base to home, and Energy City's up by 4.
Sanders hustling around third base, running from second. Aggressive base running here from the Cactus Rats has them put 3 up in the top of the 4th. 1-0 count. Here's one put into center. Under it is Tucker, but some severe damage done by the Rats. They play the small ball and capitalize on Red Sox errors. Now lead this one by 4. It's 5-1.
Here in the 4th inning, and just like that, the Sox are up against it now 5-1. The role is reversed from last night. The Red Sox had a 5-1 lead. Can they make the other guys blow it this time? We'll find out when we come back. Probably from you. Lots of energy from that Energy City Cactus Rat lineup after scoring on that steal.
16. Oh, I thought you were doing like a set. No, my bad. No.
The look on the faces of the Red Sox players in the dugout kind of says it all. Look at our out-of-town scoreboard. Only 2 games. The other 3 out in Alberta, all postponed. We thought we were going to be hit with a bad weather, but it's been out there. So far, we've been pretty lucky. Fingers crossed. The rain clouds will stay away. Now you see the Beavers are leading 4-0 with a silver in the bottom of the 3rd. And the Swift Current 57 jumping all over the Moose Jaw Miller Express.
A fantastic top of the 3rd for the Energy City Cactus Rats. Regina Red Sox looking to capitalize here from Curry Field. It's a 5-1 game. I called it small ball. I called it capitalizing on errors. That's exactly what the Rats have done. Put up 3. I had really rattled Red Sox starter Holden Hungerford. Sox like to do the same thing here, leading off with Jalen Seward, who had a couple of misplays in that inning.
Yeah, Seward not able to play the ball, not able to play the ball at first base. The ball bounced over his glove, and then of course he had to play where the ball slipped out of his throwing hand when he was trying to throw it to home plate to cut off the runner. He'll have to make up for it here in this inning.
He'll lead this one off. That first pitch is outside for Giardina. So far in this game, he's only allowed 3 hits, 1 run, and a strikeout. So far, outdueling his statesman, Holden Hungerford. That one's in for a strike on the fastball. So the Battle of California currently going on in the major leagues with San Diego and Los Angeles. And here in the WCBL, we got one against Downey and Merced. That just hits on the inner part for strike 2, 1-2 the count.
He'll be followed by Riley Bender, the third baseman, and Brady By, the designated hitter.
Wind at an absolute standstill. Was blowing in towards right. Now the flag's completely dead.
It'll be interesting to see.
On a bit of a cooler day. Not cool enough to really restrict the pitchers in their grips, as we've seen earlier on in the year. 2-2, misses low to field count.
When Seward's not playing up here in Regina, he's playing at Salt Lake Community College down in the States. He's a sophomore there. He's from Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Three balls, 2 strikes, off-speed pitch is hit into center. Going back is Sanders, but he gets under it and makes the grab in deep center.
That's a big hit from Seward, but it's not able to fall. He gets a lot on it, but just good positioning from the center fielder to make sure that ball wasn't going anywhere.
Riley Bender is 0 for 1 on the day thus far. Grounded out his last time up. To end the first,
Bender playing at third base.
looks to get his night going here. That one bounces for ball one.
I feel like this guy's had starting
Yeah, bounced pretty early.
he's had some
I don't think he made it to the plate.
outside, like so bad.
Giardina, the 1-0 is foul
I
back
was just gonna say,
as Bender is choked up a little bit. So it is worth noting, last night, head coach of the Rats, Jordan Blundell, was ejected for arguing with some balls and strikes calls at a certain point in the game. From our understanding, he is here tonight, no suspension being served.
they seem to have a lot of trouble with it now.
1-2 is swung on and missed.
I'm not saying it's any
Bit of an interesting situation. Seems like the same umpire crew as well, with Sean Weatherhall behind home plate.
And the play he was thrown out on was a called strike for his team.
I don't get them mixed up,
There's some foul back. Still 1-2. Not a lot of chatter coming from that dugout tonight, as there was last night. Both positive towards their team and negative towards the umpire, but mostly positive. Here a little bit more cooler
I get it built before energy.
on the back end of this back-to-back.
That should be the
Another 1-2.
mark built before Spruce Grove does.
On the ground, and it'll take a hot foul, so Bender staying alive.
Very gray sky right now. Looking very overcast here at Curry Field. Not what we want to see.
We've seen many colder days here in Regina and across the WCBL as we look towards July in just a few days. Looks like that weather's going to be turning out just all right for some late WCBL baseball. 2-2 now the count as that one misses high from Aracina. Or excuse me, Giardina.
Calgary took too much from us in the
Downs away to fill the count. Giardina up to 46 pitches in this game, 7 in this at-bat. Here comes number 8.
I don't want Edmonton to be the first Canadian.
Swing and a miss on the breaking ball, and Bender, after a good at-bat, will not get the result he's looking for, down on strikes.
Yeah, Bender has a very solid bat for the Regina Red Sox. He's always been very good behind the plate, but just can't find it that time.
Now it is the Regina kid, Brady By. Always his usual supporters in tow. Here's one popped up, potentially playable in foul territory. It'll go off the roof of the Energy City dugout. Aracina tried to lean over to make the play, but it'll just go for a foul ball.
Yeah, that one was close. It looked very playable until in the air, until it just sneaked over the edge and bounced off the roof of the dugout.
So an impressive June so far for By. 10 base hits, including 3 against Weyburn. None last night, but he did score. Bounds in for strike 2. Got 1 against Moose Jaw, 2 against Medicine Hat on the 14th. A hit against Weyburn on the 12th, for McMurray on the 8th, and 2 against Swift Current all the way back on June 5th. Here's one popped up. That will go foul again. And over that span of June, he has 8 RBIs on the year.
California. Oh no, that's our guy.
0-2 misses to By.
That's another pass ball this inning. That was low in the dirt. Passes up, gets away from the catcher.
And worth noting, By is 5 hits away from matching his season total base hits last year. Here goes the 1-2. By hits it on the ground. 2 Hopper to De La Cruz. Excuse me, De La Garza. And that'll be the out. 3 up, 3 down for the Sox. And we'll go to inning number 5 here. 5-1 ball game from Curry.
Hunger for warming up, and he had a rough first inning, and a lot of what happened in that inning was
And then you have to try and figure out what it is. I'll give you some options just to kind of help you out, okay? So let's put this
whatever you want. 2 or 3. I feel like half of them were under. Oh, absolutely. 2 or 3.
You look like Star Wars salutes.
Causing some of the slog.
Thank goodness for the fence. Yes, congratulations, Lincoln, by the way. The Guardians are first back in the Regina Red Sox. How about the Ghost Sox?
And they're playing the entire family almost like a year.
Red Sox still looking to break through offensively, but they'll look to bounce back defensively. 3 runs in the top of the 4th, none in the bottom, and we'll go past the midway point of this game, or getting into the midway point of this game. We'll go to the top of the order with 10 Shindo, shortstop. Got a leadoff walk and popped out to the pitcher on a bunt attempt. This first one misses for ball 1.
Yeah, another great start to the game here for the Regina Red Sox. Very good, though, for Energy City. But the Sox are down 5-1, and not the way they want to start this bounce-back attempt at Energy City.
Getting out at 2-0. Shindo batting .290 on the year. Struck out 18 times. Has walked only 4. Does have a 3-game hit streak going, including 2 against Weyburn on the 18th. That one's in first strike to bring the count to 2-1. That misses away 3-1. Shindo, one of 2 Japanese players on the squad for the Cactus Rats. Shindo from Shizuoka, while Ryuichiro Uno from
3-1 pitch.
Urasayu. That misses away for a 5-pitch walk, and the second walk of the day for Shindo.
You'll notice that there's no players warming up in either bullpen right now. Both teams still confident in their pitchers. Through 4.
Runner on first for Reese Rudderman. 1 for 2 on the day with a stolen base and a run. Check over to first.
Riding the iron lung with the Estevan Bruins out there once, and like we went overnight. So we're waking up, it's all quiet, and we're just slowly waking up, looking at the windows.
Shindo with 4 stolen bases this season,
Everybody's silent.
including 1 today.
Oh, that got him.
And this one is going to be off the shoulder of Rudderman.
He was looking for a bunt there, and a lot of pitches this game have gone high and inside. And, of course, that makes contact with him, and he'll make it to first base on the hit-by-pitch.
So 2 straight men reach for the Rats. And we'll get Stephen Butts, Red Sox pitching coach, to come out and talk to his starter. And it looks like you mentioned that the Red Sox pen out of function for now, but it looks like they're going to heat up for a moment.
Yeah, hunger for tonight may be nearing its end, as we have some pitchers in the Regina Red Sox bullpen warming up.
Up to 57 pitches is Hungerford. So pitch-wise, not necessarily a problem, but it's just been the game he's had that we haven't seen from him.
Yep. Vittorio Yakabuchi is getting warm, along with Nick Yard.
See where that goes. The Rats, they still got a good part of their lineup coming up. Timo Aracena, their best hitter, followed by Zach Piles and Parker Husu, are the 3 up with 2 on and none out. And with the way Energy City are playing, it's likely that all 3 of them will see the box. Aracena comes in 0 for 2 on the day.
the wheat country.
Check over to second.
Yeah, Hungerford's going to be looking to a lot of these bases, as Energy City's been stealing a lot of bases so far this game.
Were they the Regina
And they're going to like to sure out those positions and make sure no one's stealing.
Oh, were they? I didn't know that. Okay. I knew there was prairie in there.
Another check over to second. Samard not really covering the bag there, but he'll have to retreat back to do it.
And Shindo. So Shindo's at second, Rudderman's at first.
Still waiting for the first pitch of this at bat to Aracena.
Timo Aracena.
That one's low and away for ball one.
And the infield fly rules are effect here, isn't it? In this situation.
Aracena from Vero Beach, Florida, going to Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University. He's a smart guy.
Bunting is so 1997.
One hit into left, and Jackson will go back to get it. Shindo will come around third and will jog in to score. An RBI hit for Aracena. He extends his RBI total on the year.
Yeah, very solid hit up there to left field, just out of running range for Jackson. We know he's a very fast guy, but he picks it up in the bounce. And that's a tough throw for anyone to make, and that gets another run on the board for Energy City.
So 6-1 is the score now. It'll be lefty on righty for Zach Piles. This one gets away. Right will do a good job to block it. Count now 1-0. Piles so far today has a two RBI single. Supposed to pop out his last time up.
Three walks and a hit bounce.
Check swing there. They will say he didn't go. 2 balls, no strikes.
Yeah, Pyle is a very powerful hitter. He had that double earlier on in the day that brought in 2 runs. He's going to have to do it again here.
5 singles, that's quite
Here's one lifted into right, steering. Going back on it, it is just a little over his head, but he makes the catch. Has to reach over his head. The runner from second, Rudderman, will go to third. Aracena will stay back. On the pop to right. So only 1 gone in the sitting with the Rats still threatening. This is Parker Husu. He reached base on an error. Runner going as that one's called for a strike. Throw will not come to avoid the double steal and perhaps the steal of home.
And there's another stolen base from City.
4th of the game. Excuse me, 5th of the game. First of the day for Aracena. So we're going to miss there from Husu. As I was saying, Husu reached base on an error and scored. He also stole the base. Shindo scored 1. Shindo stolen 1. So is Rudderman. Arcena's just stole 1. Husu has stolen 1. And Campbell has also stolen a base in this game. 0-2. Popped up into shallow right. It's going to be tricky, but it's Samard who reaches over and makes the catch. Front number 2.
Neither runner making an attempt there to get to home plate. He was close enough that it would have been tough to make it to home plate before the throw came in.
Robert De La Garza has also stolen a bag. He walked his last time up as well as scored in the 4th. Misses for ball 1.
He would talk a lot about playing for Bobby Cox in Toronto, and he was very much about that. Like those were the trouble zones defensively. Yeah, exactly. Kind of right exactly where that ball was caught.
Swinging a foul tip back into the glove of right for strike 1.
Power hitter was up. He would be chewing guys out. Okay,
So if Energy City are able to take another here from Regina, bounce up to 8-10 against a tough back-to-back in Saskatoon at Canes Field against the Berries.
They should get him at the Sox dinner.
That'll be a huge moral victory for their side.
You see Husey over there.
Jose can
He's absolutely covered in dirt.
I really enjoy
He's been doing a lot of work stealing bases, getting low, getting in on the tight plays. Been a very good runner tonight for Energy City.
Gary Brotzel called me like 6 days
2-1.
Hey, could you do us a favor and could
It's
you
tied 3-1.
come down and interview Todd Stottlemyre on stage for us on Saturday? Could I? Like I've got portraits of him.
And a quick stoppage here. Samard is going to come from his second base position and talk to his starter, as is the catcher right, for this pretty crucial 3-1 count.
Yeah, these next few pitches are going to be really big here, with 2 runners on already and 2 outs. Hungerford's just got to take control here and get his team off the field so they can put something offensive onto the field, as they're down by 5 runs at the moment.
Got to get the bat back in your hands, as we're just about to cross this midway point of this game. That has not been going Regina's way whatsoever. Here's Hungerford for the 3-1 to Robert De La Garza. Hit on the ground, over to third. Bender fields it on a hop. Throw to first in time by a couple of steps. So they score 1, but that is all they get. City still up 6-1 here against Regina.
So the Red Sox managed to get out of it with just turn the tide on that coming out.
Bingo numbers are brought to you by Local 594. Safety is our business refinery. We were including their career since 1942. Proud sponsor of the Red Sox. And if you have a program, you can scratch these numbers off your bingo card. 2, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 15, 16,
Haven't canceled us yet.
18.
We'll have all the latest on the we'll have all the latest on Ryder Argo right now.
All 9 numbers on your card. Please take your card to the official storekeeper for verification immediately. The first team card with all 9 numbers will be on the card.
I like to do it when I'm at the park.
Regina have come out of the gate slow here, but City have been rolling 6-1 with 1 run scored in the top of the 5th. So we cross this midway point of this game. Not even two ways through the Red Sox lineup. James Wright, Raphael Jackson, and Justin Samard all coming up for Regina. What do the Sox have to do different to really attack this pitching attack from starter Braden Giordana?
Yeah, Regina just needs to look at what they're getting. I mean, right now, they have not solved the pitching at all. They're down by 5 runs. They need to figure something out here if they want to stay competitive in this game.
Giordina with 2 strikeouts on the day, only allowing 3 hits and 1 run.
They are crazy about their gambling.
First pitch to James Wright. Breaking ball misses for ball 1.
Yeah, James Wright came in for relief last night. Played for Jaden Kalora.
And missing for ball 2 there.
He'll be followed by Raphael Jackson and Justin Simone.
Swing on the low breaking ball there from right. Right batting .300 on the year. 12 hits in 13 games, a double, 7 RBIs. It's been pretty reliable as this one's popped up in the infield. Third baseman Aracena calls everyone off. He's got positional advantage, and that's out number 1.
Yeah, very big pop there. Very easy play for Aracena to make, coming across from his third base position.
And usually the rule of thumb is on those pop-ups that the player with the highest positional value based on their number gets like priority. So third baseman with 5 calls off pitcher with 1 and third baseman with 3. Or first baseman with 3. So Aracena, good fundamental defense shown by City. 1-0, that one misses away to Raphael Jackson, who got an RBI but grounded into a double play his last time up.
Yeah, Jackson from the Virgin Islands plays on the men's national team for the Virgin Islands.
That is not something you can say for a lot of guys in the WCBL.
Yeah, very impressive.
I think it's his footing. It seems like he slips off the mound.
1-1.
And again, that's what I worry about with the inclement weather. But we have
Another pass ball here. Not a lot of catchers, or the catchers aren't catching as many balls as they should. We've seen a lot of pass balls here tonight at Curry Field.
58 pitches for Giordina.
like flash flood rain, and then it stops, and the sun is out, and the field is playable, but they've had to call it because they just can't
2-1.
the way it makes it.
Jackson swings and misses at that one.
Right. I think that's the bigger part, the time.
This one's hit into right.
Went high, but it's not deep.
Husu has to field to his left by a couple of steps. Excuse me, to his right and make a couple of steps. For out number 2.
Yeah, another deep ball to right field for Jackson. Just can't find a gap. And that'll be fielded easily by Husu. And the Sox are down 2 outs again. They need to get something going offensively.
No one getting loose in the Energy City pen, and for very good reason. Their starter has been fantastic here in his 4th start of the year. Justin Smart will look to get the first hit of the inning for the Sox. That one's hit foul, a 1.
I believe Samard is using the same type of bat that we saw get absolutely smashed earlier in this game.
That was by Elias Campbell. Back in inning number 3. It's in for strike 2, and the Rats just 1 pitch away from getting out of this one with another 1-2-3. That would be their 3rd straight 3-up, 3-down inning. 0-2. Breaking ball misses high and in.
You know what? What? I know, and analytics.
The Sox need some sort of momentum here to keep themselves going. They haven't seen a whole lot of it this game. The closest they've been this game is within 1.
That one just missing on the outer part to Samard for ball 2.
Bernie's next to me, and he's doing some of the color. He takes down on the sheet.
2-2.
He puts on the sheet.
On the ground, over to second. Excuse me, to short. Shindo will field it. Throws to first well in time for out number 3. 3-up, 3-down for the 3rd inning in a row. Regina trying to break out of their little slug they've got going on. We'll go to 6 after this. Brendan. 31-24. 31-24. Way to go, Elliot.
No,
It's not over.
not over yet.
It'll change.
Elliot.
And you know what? We're gonna get some help from just a few minutes, okay? And everybody gets started like that. And if not, then you can hook up the line and just that simple, okay? So here we go. When was the first World Series held? Was it 1903, 1975, or 1993? The first World Series. A or B? What do you think it is? That's what two people back here think. A or B? You're going with 2003? That's not one of them, actually. I think she meant 1903. Is that what it is?
New pitcher into the game for the Regina Red Sox.
That's Vittorio Iacobucci.
That'll end the day for Holden Hungerford and bring in the Regina product.
Yeah, as you mentioned, Iacobucci from Vancouver, BC, playing at Point University, a sophomore there. 6'1", 200 pounds, a righty.
So that'll end the day for Hungerford. He goes 5 innings, allowing 6 runs, 3 hits, 3 walks, as well as 1 strikeout. He'll face 7, 8, 9 of this Energy City lineup. Hunter Ferguson will come in. He got sack fly RBIs last time up and is 0 for 1 after a pop out to third his last time up.
Iacobucci looking to limit the damage here for the Red Sox, as they're already down 6-1. He doesn't want to see any more runs on that board.
First pitch misses for ball 1. Iacobucci has made 4 appearances, all in relief this year. He's gone 7 2/3, allowing 15 hits, 10 runs, only 5 of them earned, walked 7, struck out 10, and has a pretty inflated 587 earned run. Now it's high and in.
Count 2-0 early to start things off for Iacobucci.
It's on my social media. You know what it says now? Police officer in Anchorage, Alaska.
2-0. High and in, and Iacobucci quickly down 3-0 in his first at bat of the game.
We always assume that people in Arizona and Florida have it so great. Not really. My grandpa always said people complain about the weather here. Our summers are amazing. Absolutely amazing.
That one hits for a fastball with batter Ferguson looking all the way. Iacobucci's last appearance was on the 14th of June in a 12-2 win against Medicine Hat here at home. He went an inning allowing a hit, striking out 2 across 4 batters. That one misses for ball 4, and it's a 5-pitch walk to lead things off for Iacobucci here in the 6th.
5-pitch walk, not the way you want to start things, of course. But Iacobucci coming for his second year with the Sox. Reliable player for them.
It's Kenyon Sanders now coming in. Got an RBI double and scored on the same wild pitch from second. First pitch misses high for ball 1. It feels like so far in this game, I know it's early, but Iacobucci is struggling to find the strike zone.
Well, I was watching the Dodgers one night right at the tail end of Vin Scully, and Brett Lowry was getting
Hit into center, going back on it is Tucker into deep center, and it's going to be caught by Jordan Tucker out in center field. A fantastic play on the track just in front of the wall for out number 1.
That is a great catch from Jordan Tucker. Good for him, sprinting down the middle of the field and tracking that ball and make the play. That ball was trouble.
It looked like it could have gone over his head, if not at the wall. But instead, it'll be the first out. The runner didn't tag, and now it's Elias Campbell, the 9-hitter. Base hit, a stolen base, and a pop-out so far for the left fielder.
I shouldn't say for sure. I'm pretty sure the run would score. I mean, because the runner would have been hung up kind of between first and second. Yeah, but once it hits, the ball probably rolls around a bit, and he's probably past second by the time he picks it up. So pretty good chance.
On the ground to third. Bender on the one hop, turns to second in time. Over to first. Double play.
Ending double play.
5-4-3. That's the way the Red Sox do it to end the top of the sixth. Regina looking to get things going. They need some help badly offensively.
Will that be the jolt that the Sox need to pull up their socks? We'll find out next. Out-of-town scoreboard. Weyburn Beavers a nice lead over the Silver Lake Gulls, 5-2 in PNC, and the 57s of Swift Current all over the Michigan Express today at the bottom of the board. Where the locals are not Swift nor Current. And there you can see some ominous looking skies. I'm still not sure we're going to get any rain. I can see. Are we getting some spitting? Yes, we're getting a little bit, hey? Yeah, we can see it. We can see. Yeah, the umbrellas are coming. Not enough to get scared, not enough to feel like it's being really kind of different. And also not enough that you don't think you're going to have to worry about the mound and the light conditioning.
Welcome back to the WCBL on FloCollege, coming from Regina, Saskatchewan. If you're just joining us, you're going to catch a good one. A 6-1 lead for the Energy City Cactus Rats over the Red Sox. Matthew Fox will come up. But before that, we'll take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. 3 games have been postponed this evening, all of them Alberta-based contests. Fort McMurray Giants at Lethbridge, the Brooks Bombers at Okotoks, and the Berries in Medicine Hat have all been called due to rain and inclement weather. However, all contests in Saskatchewan this evening are good to go. This one's inside for ball 1. Sylvan Lake Gulls are in a tight one with the Weyburn Beavers. That one's 5-4 in favor of the home side Weyburn. And for the 57s against the Miller Express, Swift Current currently lead Moose Jaw 6-2 in the top of the 5th. 1-1, the count after that foul pitch.
It is now raining here at Curry Field.
Just a little bit spitting. No need to worry about field conditions worsening or balls getting a little bit slick. 2-1 the count.
Very interesting in July and early August.
So we are past 5 full innings. So that means that this is an official game. If thunder or lightning or any kind of bad weather were to come in and call this game, it could be canceled and be recorded as the full game, and the win at the moment for Energy City. 6-1 the count, or excuse me, 6-1 the score. 3-1 the count, now run full.
Fox has to have his bat wake up.
Fox hits this one into center. Sanders going back at the wall, and it's going to land in the track at the wall, and Fox will go in round second and stay put with a stand-up double. You called it, Bruce, just what he needed. That bat comes alive.
Yeah, there's a big hit there from Matthew Fox. He got a lot on it, pushing it deep to center field, just out of reach there for the center fielder, and it bounces, and he'll get 2 bases.
And now there is a runner in scoring position for just the first time today. Excuse me, for the second time today, I should say. First time a runner got this far was Brady By, who would come around to score and be the only run for the Sox. Here's one popped into center from Jordan Tucker as we go the third time through the lineup for the Sox. Tagging is Fox from second. He will go to third and get in standing up on the sacrifice.
Yeah, an easy catch there out in center field. But Matthew Fox able to advance even closer to home plate, and here comes a great man to set him in, Jackson Searing.
Searing has been on fire since returning to the Red Sox for his WCBL sophomore season. Leads the team in average stolen bases and home runs, but he's 0 for 2 this evening. Fantastic timing to break that. 0 for would be right now. Fouls this one off into the Red Sox dugout for strike one.
The Red Sox hope to help him reach that count.
Yeah, misses low for ball one. So what do you think Searing's looking for here in this at-bat?
Any hit into the outfield. If he sacrifices himself, it's okay. They'll still get one over home plate.
Searing chops this one, but it'll go a bounce foul, 1 and 2.
But you feel like if you're the Red Sox, the mentality here is just get one. And then once you get the second one, then you
Red Sox trying to climb back slowly but surely.
unless you get to 5 and 4 and 3, then you got to eat that elephant one bite at a time.
1-2. Just missing low. And Giardina, we've seen him work the outer part of the plate to the right-handers of the Red Sox to so-so success. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
College world,
To the best hitter on the team.
careful there.
In for strike 3. Just hitting the lower part on the breaking ball.
Second time.
Searing goes down on strikes again, and once more he has some words for the home plate umpire.
The fans here at Curry Field not happy about that.
It'll be Jalen Seward to come up regardless. He looks to bring this run around. Popped up into right. Going back is Husu. And the Sox leave a runner stranded 90 feet away. After the end of 6th, Regina still trailing 6-1. The Rats still rolling.
We'll be back with the 7th after this. You're watching Western Canada Baseball League action on Access. Granville's part of Vancouver. Back at Curry Field. In a perfect week. Has got some hope in the Red Sox. That'll be off double.
Vittorio Iakabuchi out for what he hopes to be his second whole inning of relief after taking over for Holden Hungerford. He faced 3 batters, walking 1 and getting some help from his third baseman Riley Bender in turning a double play. Getting ready for the top of the 7th.
Yeah, again, we need to see tighter defense here from the Regina Red Sox. Still down 6-1. They did not allow a run last inning.
1 hopper over to second. Samard will turn quickly over to first, and by half a step he beats out the runner for the first on Tensindo.
I mean, there's a nice play. Quick, easy, picking it up. Getting it right to for the first baseman. Quick, easy out.
So Reese Rudderman, who has reached base twice, stolen 1 base, has a base hit, a run, and hit by pitch. Busy day, first pitch he fouls back.
Leo never does that.
So Ikabuchi, a 3-batter inning last inning. What does he have to do to kind of see out a comeback attempt from his side of the field?
Well, just continue what he did last inning with a 3 up, 3 down. And he's got to get these pitches just on the edges of the strike zone and put this one in a winnable area for the Regina Red Sox.
Here's one popped up first base side, and it'll go out of play. One-two, Ikabuchi looking to get his first strikeout of the evening. There, he gets it. Freezes the batter for strike 3.
Nice pitch from there from Yakabuchi to put this batter away.
Now it's Timo Aracena.
And just like that, 2 outs on the board for the Sox.
He's in for strike 1. So Aracena got his first hit of the day. His last time up, an RBI single where he stole second later.
Says you.
And misses away for ball 1.
Yeah, Yakabuchi been a very solid, steady pitcher here.
So Aracena played for the Prospects last year. That one goes in for strike 2. Where he batted .296 with 30 RBIs and 12 home runs.
He's got some big deep shot potential. That's Aracena.
1-2 misses away, and Deuce is wild here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 out.
These are going to be a couple of big pitches here for Yakabuchi if he wants to get his defense off the field and put his team in scoring position.
Swing and a miss on the breaking ball. 2 straight strikeouts for the Vancouver native. 1-2-3, that's how the City Rats go down. Time to stretch here from Curry as the Sox look to come back in this one.
Oh, yeah.
Time to stretch.
All right, everybody, let's get up. Let's do a little stretch here. Oh, it's a beautiful night here at Curry Field. How about a collective? I want to hear a big collective. Go, Sox, go! Let's sing here. Let's do it in 3, 2, 1.
Me up to the ball game. Take me up to the ground. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack.
Yeah, you know, it was kind of sparse in the beginning. I think the weather changed a lot of people, right? And let's not forget that a certain pro football team is playing at the same time. And I had to give our good pal Elliot Wade credit.
Oh, you did it so well. Way to go. Now, does anybody want to know
Well, I
what the White Riders score is?
Hey,
Round of applause, yes. Round of applause, no recordings. One person recording. Riders won 39-42.
And after the 7th inning stretch, ready for Riley Bender to come in as we are working our way for the 3rd time through this Regina order. Already in the 7th inning, another inning here for Braden Giardina. So how much more of a leash do you think the Cactus Rat starter has in this game?
Man, I'm not totally sure. Still no one warming up. And I think they may still be saving arms for their back-to-back in Saskatoon, as they did play 4 pitchers last night against the Red Sox in their winning effort. More than they would have liked to, for sure.
He said if it's
0-1.
hot and
And that'll get away for ball 1.
sometimes
Bender on the day is 0 for 2, struck out his last time up and grounded out in the first inning.
but if it's nice cool day and he's cruising along and he's got a big lead, he can do 120, 130. It's no big deal. And I believe
Hound miss is just a bit low for ball 2.
I believe that.
I
And
do too. Yeah. You can relax a bit. If I were me, you're still not so fine on the pitch.
Gone up to 81 pitches for our
But because you're relaxed, there's a different
Giardina. Shuck swing there. They say he did not go around. Appeal. Unsuccessful. 3-1.
Well, you got to think his arm is getting tired at this point. After being in for 6 complete innings starting off the 7th here. And still no warm-ups happening in the bullpen.
Chopper over to third. And a tough play for Aracena on that infield grass. Couldn't field it on the hop. Coming in towards home plate. So it is a leadoff infield single for Bender. First time a hit has been allowed since inning number 2.
That is a bad stat for the Regina Red Sox, but that's a rare bobble there from Aracena. Not being able to pick it up and field it and get it over to first base. But the Sox need to get more hits.
Working their way slowly. Here comes Brady by. Sends this one third base side and fair. Bender will round second, coming into third. He will hold up there, and it's a double that puts 2 in scoring position for the boy from Regina.
Very well placed double here to ride it along the third base line and just sneak past third base before it ends up running across the line. Not a very powerful, hard hit, but it gets just enough to be counted as a hit, and it advances him and Riley Bender in scoring position. And now here comes James Wright.
Right, the catcher is 1 for 2. He got a base hit and was called out at second on a double play. Red Sox, they've offensively got their mojo back, it seems. Now they'll look to cash in those 2 at scoring position.
The Sox have had men in scoring position tonight. They just haven't found very many ways to capitalize on it.
They've had 2, and they've only scored 1. That one in again on the fastball.
shot out of a cannon.
No balls and 2 strikes.
Well, now we have a chance. Well, he's got to protect. He's got 2 strikes. What does it say? For any kind of hit, any across is going to score a run.
0-2. 3-pitch strikeout on right as he chases that one low.
That was not a very well advised swing there from James Wright. I'm sure he wants that one back as he misses it. Low outside, bit of reach there. And now here comes Raphael Jackson to try and bring his runners home.
4th strikeout of the day for Giardina. So 1 out for Raphael Jackson, who's 0 for 2. Or excuse me, 0 for 1 with an RBI.
So we have a ball. Take a look at that here. Take the power away.
Here's a fly ball into left. Catch is going to be made. Throw down to home as Bender comes in to score standing up.
Raphael Jackson is
Sacrifice fly from Raphael Jackson.
the lead runner. Bender comes in to score.
He will put another run on the board for the Regina Red Sox as Riley Bender is able to get across home plate.
By will stay at second. Second RBI of the day for Jackson. Now it's Justin Samard who's 0 for 2.
And still have a man in scoring. And Justin Samard is 0 for 2 tonight, so he is good. They would just dearly love a CI single.
Down a little bit away.
Think about it, that's a big difference. You entered the inning of 6-1. 6-3 is a big difference. With 6 more outs to work with.
this is low, so 2 balls, no strikes. Still no action in the pen of the Rats. You wonder if maybe they'll just bring in a guy cold, or they'll see how long he can go. Still a 4-run cushion for him. Count now 2-0, 2 out. Runner on second. Look there, and the pitch. Missing high.
You wonder if Brady Bye is thinking about stealing here.
Rain coming down a little bit here as we turn into 8:46 local time. 4-pitch walk for Samard.
2 men on here for Matthew Fox, who had that huge double in his last at-bat, cranking it deep center field. He'll look to shoot a similar ball in this at-bat to bring some of his runners home.
Force play now at any bag. Fox looked to continue his success from his last at-bat. Beautiful fastball, and it's going to be in for strike 1.
If he did that like halfway between the foul pole and the center field, that might have been out of here. Yeah, that would have cleared the fence, don't you think?
It's in for strike 2.
Or right at the score.
Yeah, that was a very hittable ball. I think Fox should have swung at that one.
And Giordana is 1 pitch away from getting out of the jam and only allowing 1. 0-2. Swung on a miss from Fox. It'll get low. Throw down to first in time to complete the strikeout. So only 1 run comes around in the bottom of the 7th, and is now a 4-run lead for Energy City.
They do get a run.
6-2 lead over the Red Sox.
They get a run, but getting just a run in that situation is kind of like this in the system. Red Sox. We'll be back. Field on access now.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've got your 50 here tonight. Get your 50 ready. This is for $575. If you happen to have a winning ticket, you can take it to the Will Call booth where you first walk in where you pay for your ticket. So here's the 50 number. SXC 101 471. Once again, it's 101
Cola kind of comes and goes, and then it sticks up again for a second and then it drops. Yeah, that's right, out in center field. Yeah, it's just, there's no wind, it's nice. I mean, people had to, you could see the umbrellas out, so it's spinning just a little bit. Yep. There's no wind. Come on, give us a wave.
So Energy City starter Braden Giordina is 96 pitches into his contest. Worked all the way through the 7th, only allowing 1 in the bottom as we get ready for inning number 8. It is Vittorio Iacobacci out for inning number 3. Got 2 strikeouts in the 7th. He's worked 2 straight 3-batter innings. First pitch here is fouled off from Zach Piles. He's gone out twice, but does have a 2 RBI single in the first that really led things off for the Rats.
Yeah, Zach Piles, one of the best hitters for the Rats. Of course, he had those doubles last night and another double tonight. Very powerful when he makes contact with the ball.
I've got three, yeah.
Count now down to 0-2.
One has the old sponsor in the huddle, so that's sitting at home. I might have to, I'm not saying who it is, they didn't sponsor us this year. By the way, thank you to Extreme
0-2.
Hockey and Sport.
This is away.
Gotta go pick up my little girl. We signed her up for hockey in the fall, 4 years old. She can barely skate.
Righty on righty.
Get her.
Iacobacci versus Piles. 1 ball, 2 strikes. This one's just fouled off. Piles able to stay alive.
The rain continues to come down here at Curry Field. It's a bit more intense now.
Yeah, a lot more umbrellas popping up, a lot more hoods protecting the heads of patrons here at Curry.
Right? Like, this is a completely different game if they don't get rolling like that in the first inning. Or could be.
1-2 again. This is away to even the count at 2. So we talked about Energy City going to Saskatoon. Regina, they have a very interesting schedule as well. They'll face Sylvan Lake twice, tomorrow and Sunday here, for facing Saskatoon here again and then going to Saskatoon.
Yeah, lots of home games coming up for the Regina Red Sox.
And all that action you can check here on FloCollege. And just a reminder, if you want to catch the highlights of any WCBL game, be sure to check out the WCBL YouTube channel. Yakabuchi now up to 24 pitches. Two. Missing high, and the count now run full here to Piles.
Missed just a little high. So the count is full to Mr. Zach Piles.
Piles now with the full count.
I wasn't born yet, so I don't.
I think I'll be swinging here.
Taking all the way, and he cuts a called strike 3 on the outer part. 3 straight strikeouts for Iakabuchi in an impressive relief appearance.
Yeah, Yakabushi's finding his groove here with 3 straight strikeouts. And now we do see a warm-up happening in the Rats dugout.
Yeah, you'd imagine that'd be the end of the day for Giadaria.
An impressive day for him, pitching 7 innings and only allowing 2 runs.
Giardina definitely won the Battle of California on the mound today. Breaking ball is in for strike 2 here to Parker Husu. He's 0 for 2, but stole a base, scored a run after he reached on an error in inning number 4.
Yeah, a lot of people sitting out seem to be quite enjoying it.
0-2. Husu not chasing.
So the Red Sox.
Yeah, Husu is dangerous when he gets on base. A very prominent stealer. He will steal a lot of bases.
1-2. Popped up into center. Coming in now is Tucker, and Matthew Fox makes the play from short. Going all the way across the second base bag, makes the grab in shallow center for the out.
Again, Matthew Fox proving why he's one of the most talented players in the Sox defense. Running all the way across the field in somewhere where he shouldn't even have to be, and making the grab to put the Rats down 2 outs.
Over the shoulder, almost blindly making the grab. Does the infielder in the outfield. Robert De La Garza comes up, walked and stole a base in the 4th. That's in for a strike on the outer part to the righty. Breaking ball just misses right. Tried to bring it back into the zone, but Sean Witherall not fooled.
Well, like if you ever go to
De La Garza out of Baylor University.
the Robo
Swing and a miss on that low pitch, 1-2, and now just 1 pitch away towards the potential end of this inning.
pitch tracks doesn't always get it right.
Yeah, Yakabuchi playing solid right now for the Sox.
Not intelligence that's artificial.
It's high, 2-2 with 2
I
out.
don't think it's ever going to get that far. I think they've already tested it. What they're adding, I don't think they've added it yet, but they're going to.
We will try to find out for you who is warming up in the Energy City bullpen.
It is a right-hander. Here's one off the end of the bat. And Fox, or excuse me, that's Samard making the play over the shoulder, mimicking his middle infield buddy for out number 3. So the Red Sox, 3 straight scoreless innings defensively. They'll look to chip away at this advantage after this.
Trailing by 4. They still have
you have I start the talk in the next bit here?
Sorry?
So if I start talking like first, and like when I
You want?
yeah, yeah.
My goodness. Yeah, that's him. They haven't switched pitchers.
Oh yeah, the same guy in.
It is, I think it was like 93 or something.
It's a lot.
Unofficially, he's at 93. So it makes sense that they would leave him out there.
Well, welcome back to Curry Field. We were just talking about how the Red Sox need to have a better presence on defense, and they've done that through the past 3 innings. Not letting a single run on the board through the past 3.
It's mostly courtesy of Vittorio Iacobbucci, reliever coming in, putting up 3 shutouts in 3 innings.
Tucker, Searing, and Seward.
Jordan Tucker comes in, looks at a first pitch strike. Thought it was on the inner part. He'll ask about it.
Well, Energy City leaving in Giardina here for the 8th inning.
97 pitches as they've thrown out Tucker.
Oh, we love it. Now Rye's going to get his money's worth.
And now here comes manager Rye Pathakos to ask about it. Home plate umpire Sean Weatherall called that one. Looked a little bit in for strike 1. Tucker argued about it, and now this is going to cause a bit of a scene.
Yeah, tension's high between these two teams. As we saw last night, the head coach of the Energy City Cactus, Jordan Blando, was thrown out of the game.
Excuse me, they did not throw Tucker out. They threw someone from the dugout. All I saw was the motion of ejected,
And Rapathakis is ejected. The head coach of the Regina Red Sox is no longer with us.
now no one's left the dugout quite yet.
He loved to get tossed.
Or I guess he left the other way. The clubhouse for the Red Sox is out in center field, meaning if someone were to leave towards the clubhouse, they would have to walk across the field, but we're getting word that the ejected member of the team left through the back. That went inside for ball 1.
We have seen before here at Curry Field, an ejected player or staff member would walk all the way across the field and delay the game as long as they could to show their displeasure.
This one's hit foul, and we can confirm it was Rye.
He'll take a long walk back to the clubhouse.
Yeah, I'll have to go around the center field, excuse me, out the outfield wall. And all the way out. 1-2 now from Giardina. Hit on the ground. Over the third baseman, a diving play by Aracena. Throw down to first in time.
That is a highlight reel play by Timo.
What a beautiful play from Aracena. What a great dive to pinpoint that ball, catch it out of midair, get up from the slide, and throw it right to first base with beautiful accuracy. And that's a great out by the Energy City Cactus Rats. And we see Rapathakis walking his way over to the clubhouse outside of the field. That's a high ball on Searing.
And Searing has to duck out of the way of that one. So a first pitch one that goes high and in. Raises some questions about the intent. Searing has struck out his last 2 times. Bounds in for a strike.
That one looked like he was trying to hit the
It's
inside
1-1.
corner, knowing that he might be a little bit
So Searing a little less inside on the box, a little towards the back line. As here's one's foul back, and it's 1 and 2.
I've got it all nightmared out where these fellas
104 pitches now for Giardina. Now it's low and away. 2 and 2.
Oh, that's right. When you take the ball back.
It looks like they may have Giardina play this whole game.
Get high into the 110s, potentially, depending on how this inning goes. 2-2. Breaking ball, and that's right off the hip of Searing.
Boy, he sure worked the inside of that.
So one well inside to Searing and one right off the left hip. That'll put the right fielder at first base.
I don't think anybody in the park thinks that was intentional.
Now 1 out, 1 on for Jalen Seward. He led off his day with a hit, but is so far 1 for 3.
Stewart hoping he can find that hit again, as he has Jackson Searing, who is known to steal many bases on first base right now. He has the speed, he has the smarts to be able to do it.
He looks like the perfect athlete.
That one away.
For the Oilers.
There was one righty getting loose, and just as I say that, we got a mound visit here. There was one righty getting loose in the pen of the Rats. As this one just looks like a simple conference here, perhaps between Nick Salhub, the assistant coach.
Yeah, the man in the bullpen still has a sweater on. All he's doing is using a resistance band at the moment.
But there was a righty in Jersey throwing, but he is not up at the moment.
That there was, but nowhere to be seen at the moment.
Yes. So perhaps a warm and sit situation.
Perhaps.
But it's 1-0 either way. Double play ball still in effect. And that's what the Rats are looking for in this instance.
Greatest deadline pickup of all time.
Big moment of this game here, bottom of the 8th. 1 out, 1 ball, no strikes. Searing at first. That one's in for a strike to Seward.
Yeah, even though he's been in for 8 1/3 innings, or excuse me, 7 1/3 innings, Giardina is still playing very well.
Check over to first, not in time. Giardina didn't allow a single run in his last start. He's only allowed 2 today. You look to keep it that way. 1 and 1. Hit on the ground. Past the first baseman Piles and into right. Searing digging around for third, and he will go in standing up. It is runners on the corners with 1 out.
That's a great hit to sneak it in between the first baseman and the second baseman. Just rolled on the ground out to left field, or right field, excuse me. And Searing takes full opportunity of that as he takes 2 bases with his extreme speed. And now Riley Bender comes out to the plate, trying to bring in some more runners and maybe make this game a little closer.
He hit and scored the lone run back in the 7th. This one's popped up and foul for the 0-1.
Like after that 10-9 game, there's a foul odor coming out of Curry Field after those dirty Rats came back.
So the tying run is on deck. Bender up with runners at the corners.
You know what
That one just misses on the fastball low.
I have a lot of love for the Saskatchewan.
This inning and the next, if the Red Sox cannot convert this inning into a massive scoring inning, are going to be very important.
Time is ticking down. Final 4 runs for the Sox. Energy City will get a chance to add some insurance in the top of the 9th after this. That's if they still have the lead. Bender looking to really dig into it with that swing, but he'll swing and miss there to bring the count 2-2.
Yeah, Bing's going to miss there. If Bender puts anything into the outfield here, it'll be a 6-3 ball game, and the league will have been halved over the last 2 innings.
Searing at second, or excuse me, Searing at third. Seward at first. This one's fouled back once more, and we'll see another 2-2.
Bender's catching the ball. He's just not getting enough contact on him. We've seen 2 foul balls so far go back and up.
Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. The pitch. Hit in the air, into right center. Coming in is Husu. Makes the grab. Runner tagging. Throw in. It's cut off. And it's a 6-3 ball game after the sacrifice fly RBI from Riley Bender. Scores Searing from third.
Yeah, a sacrifice fly, not necessarily what you want, but it still cuts the lead in half over 2 innings. And now they're only behind by 3 on this comeback attempt.
And now before Brady By can dig in, who is 2 for 3, we got a quick mound visit here. And it looks like that might be the evening for Braden Giardina.
One of the fellows over on the left side of the spot. We kind of have these 2 areas.
And that'll be it.
Well, really, that's a spectacular night for Giardina.
Yeah, the runners on base are his responsibility. But he's had a fantastic evening. We'll get you the new picture here in a moment after this on Flow Sports College.
I was just going to say he's been. What is going on? Hunter Ferguson. Well, Hunter Ferguson's the DH. Is that who came in? That doesn't look like. Number 10. Yeah, Timo Aracena. Oh, okay, yeah. So you're right. He's a third baseman. He's going to go to 10. And then, so who came in to take his spot at third base? 29. And that's Ferguson, DH. So the DH is now at third base. So who's the new DH?
So the day is now over for Braden Giardina. He goes 7 2/3. So far allowing 3 runs, 2 of them earned, 7 hits, 1 walk, and 5 strikeouts. Both runners, or excuse me, the runner is still his responsibility. But that'll bring in an interesting reliever. It's Timo Aracena. The third baseman for today's game is now on the mound. He's only pitched 1 game, 1 inning, and struck out 2.
Yeah, this is a very interesting substitution.
So it looks like now that the DH Hunter Ferguson is now at third.
Well, again, this goes back to what we were talking about earlier. Energy Stadium wanting to save their pitchers for their matchup against the Saskatoon Berries. And in comes Aracena, who is not a pitcher traditionally.
Now, last time he pitched was an inning against Sylvan Lake, where he struck out 2 and 3 batters faced in an 18-8 loss on August 2nd of last season. I should mention that pitching stat was last year. So this is first appearance of this season on the mound.
Very interesting play. I've never seen this before.
A little bit of a trial by fire here, a 3-run lead. So it's not exactly comfortable enough to throw anyone out there, but they clearly believe in the big hitter to be on the mound. So here comes Brady By to dig in. He is 2 for 3, a double, a hit and a run back in second. 2 outs, Seward at first. Aracena the pitch, foul back.
You know, all last year and all of this year, I don't think I've ever seen a third baseman come up to pitch in a game. This is very interesting.
Oh, 1. Small lead over at first. That one's high to bring the count even.
I'm glad that you guys were so focused on the basket.
It's away. Middle infield at double play depth.
Teams who say they don't pay attention are lying. There's footage from the Denver Broncos were about to play the AFC Championship game.
2-1.
The game was underway.
Araceno's having a solid game at third base.
That if they met the Minnesota Vikings in the Super
So far down 3-1 in this at bat to his first batter.
He's throwing a few high balls.
and Minnesota's kicker
I'm not sure if he had time to warm up. I don't think he did,
missed the kick.
at least in the bullpen.
Sideline, Mike Shanahan saying to his assistants, "Did he just miss that? Because the game is up on well, his own game is going on."
It's high for ball 4. And now there's 2 on with 2 out.
And the plot.
So now the runner at first is the responsibility of Regina. Runner at second still the responsibility of starter Regina.
So it's almost like they just decided, hey, let's throw
And now it'll be James Wright coming up.
get out of it. So
Now pitch hitting for James Wright.
We have a pinch hitter here in for James Wright. Jaden Kalura, also a catcher, so we've seen 3 out of the 4 Red Sox catchers play in this game tonight. And
So this
Jaden
pitch hitter,
Kalura.
thanks for that call.
James Wright.
That'll be a straight swap, catcher for catcher. Righty on lefty for Kalura. First pitch misses high.
He is not finding the strike zone.
Yeah, Aracena is having trouble finding the strike zone right now. A lot of these balls are going high on him.
He puts him on. It makes you wonder if he'll make the move.
Forced at any base as that one's outside. A righty is up and throwing in the Cactus Rats pen along the left field foul line. 2 balls, no strikes. And a quick step off here. Aracena will reset. Infield, outfield, normal depth. And misses outside again.
His only strike so far has been a foul ball hit back of the plate, and he has not had a strike in a while.
You know he's going to be taken all the way here.
3 balls, no strikes. That hits on the outer part by maybe an inch.
Oh, you think they
The
gave
first strike in a while.
Yeah, his pitchers are still riding outside and high. I don't blame Kalura for thinking that one was a ball.
like much better than the view we have from where we
3 balls, 1 strike. Missing away to load the bases. And the leading run comes up to the dish. It's Raphael Jackson.
Yeah, Raphael Jackson has a big opportunity here to put his team ahead.
Or at least tie it. Cut at the very least. 2 out. Jackson comes in. Kalura is at first. Bai is at second. Seward is at third.
Well, of course, no time limit in baseball, and you wonder how long this inning's going to go if he keeps walking batters.
He's walked 2 straight for Jackson, who has yet to reach base on the evening. First pitch is taken for strike 1.
Raphael.
Yeah, that was a very solid pitch there from Aracena, one of the best ones we've seen from him all night.
If he's clutch,
A ball escaping from the Red Sox bullpen. And that's a called time to get that ball out of there.
you know, some of those bleachers are third out below us. It's still half full.
0-1. Just hits on the outer part for a strike. Beautiful changeup. And Jackson is frozen at that one.
That's back-to-back strikes for Aracena. And now 2 strikes with 2 outs here.
Arcina 1 pitch away from getting out of this. Jackson sends this one into center. Under it is the center fielder Sanders, and the Sox leave the bases loaded. We'll go to the 9th. Regina still looking for a way into this one. We'll be back after this on Flow Sports.
Still down 6-3. We'll be back with the 9th. Still on the mound, and there we get a look at the man who very nearly broke this game open.
You know, we're talking about managers.
It'll be the bottom 3 of the Energy City order coming off to the top of the 9th as they look to add some more insurance onto their 3-run lead. 6-3 is our score.
This is going to be a very big inning for both teams as Energy City is looking to put this game away and give themselves some insurance going into the bottom of the 9th. Meanwhile, Regina is looking to stave off any possible runs to keep this game as close as possible for a potential walk-off attempt in the bottom of the 9th.
A trifecta of 3 up, 3 down innings for Vittorio Iakabuchi as he comes up for his 4th inning of work. He's gone 3 whole. First pitch misses low. We'll take a little bit of time out of the action here to look at the out-of-town scoreboard. Only 2 games currently going on. Sylvan Lake are losing to the Beavers 7-4. They're in the bottom of the 7th. And in the bottom of the 6th, Moose Jaw are currently trailing Swift Current 12-4.
We've been playing well as of recently.
Yes, they have. So count now 2-0 to Hunter Ferguson, who walked his last time up and was the first batter to face Iakabuchi as he goes a whole way through the lineup. Fly ball into right. Going after it is Searing. Tries to dive at it, but it'll land fair. Into the warning track and out the wall. Ferguson will go to second for his stand-up double to lead off the 9th. The first hit Iakabuchi has allowed.
Well, that's a very good play and a very well-placed ball from Ferguson, just riding it on the inside of the fair ball line. Siri making a diving play, just can't get there. And now the Energy City Cactus Rats have a runner on second.
It was a good effort, as you said, hustling the dive. Just unable to make the play on a well-hit ball. Kenyon Sanders comes up. He has an RBI double back in the 4th and also came around to score. Looks to lay down a bunt as the infield comes in. They'll call a strike on that. Here's the liner into center. Tucker will field it and throw in as there are now runners on the corners for Iakabuchi. And you wonder now where the leash on him is at with none out.
Yeah, again, Iakabuchi giving up 2 hits to start the inning. And now here comes the pitching coach to have a bit of a conversation. Nick Yard looks like he's warming up in the Red Sox bullpen.
And I believe that is the play. They're going to call him in. Iakabuchi gets his congratulations, and that'll do it. Nicholas Yard will come in, and we'll give you some more information after this.
We got a new pitcher coming in. That is a great mustache. Yeah. And that is number 37. Oh, that's Nicholas Yard. Yeah. Colorado. Wonder if he's
And the reminder, Chris, that the Eagles going to get a chance to run the bases with Slider tonight.
Ross Grimsley.
Now pitching for Regina Red Sox with their 37, Nicholas Yard.
Oh, yeah.
And we played on probably the scariest line in junior hockey because they play for Grand Weekends and their winger is Dave Semenko. It's Semenko.
They probably learned. Semenko probably learned.
Toru Ikabuchi out of the game. Line not yet closed on him, but he'll make way for the Newitt, Colorado native Nicholas Yard, a common reliever for the Red Sox this year. He's appeared in 5 games. Does have 1 start, a 0-1 record, a 9.75 earned run average, across 12 innings, striking out 12, walking 6, and allowing 14 hits all year. Yard's last appearance came in a 9-10 loss last night against Energy City, where he went a full inning, allowing 1 hit, and striking out 1.
Well, Yakabuchi had a solid game, only allowing 2 hits.
Yeah, only walking 1, striking out 3. Both runners are his responsibility, worth noting. But what did you see out of the reliever Yakabuchi?
Well, Yakabuchi, he's always been solid for the Regina Red Sox, and he pitched a great couple of innings coming in relief. Unfortunately, it didn't end the way he wanted, but usually it never does for a pitcher. And now here comes Nick Yard to try to close this inning out and get his offense back on the field here.
He'll face off against Elias Campbell
So I never got to do the game, but I was so excited to do the game.
with runners on the corners and none out. A tall task, but 1 Yard will be happy to try to accomplish. Runner going down to second, throw misses, and it was throw over to second to make sure the runner from third wouldn't come home. So a stolen base for Sanders, and now it's 2 in scoring position with no force.
Looking for a tag attempt off the thrown ball behind the plate. Didn't get it. Runners in scoring position now.
This one will go foul. 1-1 the count.
Anything in the outfield here could increase the Rats' lead by 2.
I was going to say they can smell blood, but I don't think rats smell blood. They can smell food. So basically, they can smell garbage.
Some cheesy play by the Rats.
Garbage play by the rats. They're hungry for garbage.
I know it's in this room.
Oh,
1-1 the count now.
So many. Yeah, no, I love the name. Terrible logo.
Infield still in.
I know. You mentioned that a few times.
Yard a long way, righty on righty. That just misses on the outer part for ball 2.
That's a close ball right there from Yard. I thought it caught the edge of the strike zone.
Energy City. Well, what if we get Esteban in this league final? Are you saying they don't get to be the Energy City?
They'll say it misses.
Energy City.
2-1.
Come on.
Popped up. Still in the infield. It'll go to Bender. And he'll record the first out of the inning.
That's a big out for Regina, because if that ball had gone into the outfield, you would have thought that both runners would be coming across and scoring. But fortunately enough, the pop fly goes close enough inside, and it's an easy play by Bender.
But they don't let us have 2 outside.
Infield stays there.
We should.
Ken Shindo will come up for his 5th time. Infield still towards the infield grass.
So Mitchell Blair, the PA announcer.
First pitch hit on the ground.
It's a ground ball, and they're going to
Over to short. They try to make the play at third to catch the lead runner. Unsuccessful. So it's a fielder's choice to put Shindo on first, but that does put the force at any bag with 1 out.
Yeah, bases loaded here for the Regina Red Sox. Not where they want to be.
For the Rats.
For the Rats. Excuse me, yeah, for the Rats. Not where you want to be for the Regina Red Sox. They could have had to play it first, but that may have let a runner score.
So 1 out for Reese Rudderman. Struck out his last time up. Has a hit, was hit by a pitch, and looks at that one in for strike 1.
A little more simple now because you have the forces.
0-1 from Yard.
They're not
In the dirt.
shallow enough is what you're suggesting.
Well, the benefit of having the bases loaded is that you don't have to worry about stealing. You take your wins where you can get them.
Still 1 out, 1-1. They'll say that misses low. This is the third batter Yard has faced. Here's a pop-up into right. Searing coming in on it. Catch is made. Ferguson tagging from third. Throw coming in. Play at the plate. He's called out. A catch him out, throw him out play from Jackson Searing. A fantastic tag from Kalura. And the Red Sox have a lifeline.
What a play, what a throw from Jackson Searing all the way out in right field. Beautiful accuracy, beautiful power. She got it in there just in time. And the Red Sox have life going into the bottom of the ninth.
A 5-batter inning in the ninth, and the Red Sox, only down 3, will get a chance to walk it off. After this, on Flow Sports.
Let's spice it up. And this game is not over.
Still Arcina.
We'll talk about it more. Last chance for the Red Sox when we come back on Access Now Sports. Wow, what a play.
Who's up? Samard, Fox, and Tucker.
Oh my goodness, what a play that was by Jackson Siring. Let's see that again. So there's the hit that comes off the bat. Like that was
Jackson Searing defensively has kept his team in this game. Searing a fantastic throw from right, catching Hunter Ferguson trying to tag from third. Brings up Justin Samard here, bottom of the ninth, down by 3.
Yeah, after that huge play by Jackson Searing, taking it in all the way from right field, we got something that's going to invigorate the team here and bring a bit more momentum into the Red Sox dugout as they'd like to come back from a 3-run deficit in the bottom of the ninth.
Due up, it's Samard, Fox, and Tucker. First pitch is low for ball 1.
Still the third baseman, Aracena, in pitching for the Cactus Rats.
And the bases were loaded with him. He's only faced 3 batters. Walking 2 and getting a pop out to end the 8th. That one in on Samard. 2 balls, no strikes.
Arcina having trouble finding the zone early.
Just like he did in the 8th.
Samard and Fox have both reached tonight.
And that fastball in for strike 1.
The Sox are watching a lot of these pitches, as they should. Lots of them are going high and outside.
Timo Aracena
They're waiting for that perfect pitch.
kicks and fires.
The pitch from Arcina. Samard hits it over the head of the shortstop and into left. It's a hit for Samard as he hypes up his dugout, strolling over to first as he wants some more energy put up into the boys in red.
That's a nice hit. Put it right over the head of the shortstop. Get into that left field gap. Hyping up his team as he walks by the dugout. And now here comes Matthew Fox, who again had that huge hit a few innings ago into center field.
It was into 6. In the 6th inning, he got a double. So Samard sits at first. Arcina, a long look. And now we'll get time called here. Pitching coach will come in to talk to his reliever. So it looked like it was going to be a rainy night, looked like it was going to be a cold night, but the fans here at Curry Field in Regina have stayed in a pretty good grove. So
We
get
may see a
some
pitching
momentum.
change here. I think we are.
Yeah, I think we are. You're right. Looks like a right-hander coming in from the pen. So Arcina, after facing 4 batters, his evening is done. We'll get you some more information as we head into crunch time here on the WCBL on Flow Sports.
Was it 6? 8. 8. Oh.
I think that's a supplement. Yeah, because the big thing was Brian Williams. Remember Brian? Yeah. Lancaster to Ancaster is the story. How did this guy probably be all the more reason for the Red Sox to
So you could kind of feel it coming, and it has arrived. A pitching change for the Energy City Cactus Reds. Here with none out in the top of the 9th and 1 on. Now coming into the game, it's Sebastian Meisner. The reliever has made 5 appearances on the year, going 5 2/3, striking out 7, walking 8, and allowing 9 base hits. His last appearance was 2 days ago in Weber in that 7-16 loss, going only 2/3 of an innings, allowing 5 earned runs on 3 hits, 3 walks, and only striking out 1 across 8 batters.
Yeah, Meisner, a rookie. Out of Ancaster, Ontario, playing at Sussex Community College with his teammate Aiden Moss, who we saw play last night.
And now he's looking to shut down the Red Sox and their comeback effort. It will be Matthew Fox digging in once again with Justin Samard over at first. It'll be righty on righty.
Now on the mound for the Cactus Rats, number 8, Sebastian Meisner.
oh, like pay attention to the
This is the biggest inning we've had all night.
Meisner against Fox. Meisner sets.
so Meisner will
First pitch of the at-bat on the way. That's in for strike 1.
and Fox double.
On the outer part a little bit, but that one looked right down the pipe.
Yeah, Meisner already finding the strike zone, something that Arcina had trouble with.
No,
Infield, outfield, normal depth, no shift.
the 0-1.
Look over at second, no one's there, 0-1. Fox pops one up into shallow right. And the catch is going to be made by Husu for out number 1.
Bit of an unfortunate pop-up there for Matthew Fox. Going into right field, but easily fielded. And now here comes Jordan Tucker.
So 1 out, 1 on first. Jordan Tucker will come in to face off against Meisner. First pitch to the at-bat on the way. Righty on righty. That's low. And a good block from Rudderman to keep it in front of him. One 0 from Meisner. With Samar to first. Tucker lines this one, but it'll go well foul and out of play. A well-hit ball, but unable to keep it where the Sox would need it.
Yeah, you got a lot on that one. If you would have pushed it a bit more to the right, it could have been gone.
But oh my goodness, what a chance to make up for it.
The 1-1. Tucker hits this one foul off the grounder. It seems like Meisner seems to be taking his time with these pitches.
And Meisner clearly has nowhere to be tonight. He's planning on sleeping in the ballpark tonight.
Well, if he can get this win, it won't matter how long he takes. In his mind.
Taking his time.
1-2. Tucker pops it up. Looks like it might be playable on third base side. Ferguson trying to get under it, and it will be caught. It's caught by the left fielder Campbell on a slide for out number 2.
That's one of the biggest outs we've seen all day. Getting over there, sliding underneath it to catch that ball. That's going to suck all the wind out of the sails for the Regina Red Sox.
And if Energy City are able to hold on to this win, we will look back on that out as potentially the one that wins it. However, a secret weapon in a way has been deployed by the Sox. Jackson Searing is up to bat. 1 on 2 out.
Hey, question, how do you get
Against Meisner.
in Edmonton?
That's in for a strike. Sox down to their final out. They're hoping their best batter is not the case. Searing has reached base once. That was a hit by pitch where he came around to score, but has struck out twice today.
Sox are down to their last out.
And time here before the Meisner offering. Once again, taking his time to set himself for this pitch. A crucial moment in this game. That one's low and away for ball 1.
Somewhere in the deep south.
Yeah, Meisner taking his time here, really evaluating the play. Just making sure that each pitch is the best one possible.
Not the same category.
That one in the dirt once more, and it's 2 balls to Searing.
Searing could get on base by walking, but that's not the way that the Red Sox want him to get on base. They want to hit a big one.
That one low once more, and Searing now a 3-1 count. With the tying run on deck with 2 outs, you got to take any base you can get, but he's going to have to earn this one if he wants this walk. 3 balls, 1 strike. Meisner to Searing. That's high for ball 4. And there are now 2 on as the plot continues to thicken.
2 on, and here comes the tying run. Jalen Seward looking for a big hit here to tie this game up.
He's 2 for 4 today. A hit in the first and hit his last time up in the 8th. Still 2 outs. Still righty on righty. Meisner sets. Long wait, look over second the pitch. Misses away for ball 1.
The Sox hitters are being very careful right now. Watching a lot of balls go by, being very careful about what they swing at after those 2 pop fly outs.
Get on base.
Seward pops that one foul. The breaking ball he thought he could get a piece of. So how selective are these Regina batters being this inning?
Very. They're making sure that they don't swing at anything stupid, make big reaches at balls. They don't want to do that. They want to calculate every single pitch that's thrown to them to give themselves the best chance of coming back.
They'll need to do that here with the 1-1 count. Hit here by Seward. It's going to land in right field. Coming around third is Samard, and he will score. Holding put is Searing at second. And it's an RBI single for Seward at first. And here comes the go-ahead run. It's Riley Bender.
Bender, the winning run for the Sox at the moment. Searing moves to second on the single to right field. A very well-placed ball just on the edge of the line there.
Seward is at first. This is Bender, who has a sac fly, RBI in the 8th his last time up. He hit and scored in the 7th. Runners at second and first. Here's a chopper over to third. Fielded poorly by the third baseman, Ferguson, and that's going to put everyone safe. Bases loaded. Oh, my goodness.
Another bobble from Arcina, who's now moved back to third base. He's had a few of those tonight. And the bases are now loaded. It's a 2-run ball game.
That is Arcina back at first base. Played third, went to pitcher, went back to third. And now it's Brady Bye here as we got a mound visit before an extremely crucial at-bat.
This is a huge at-bat here for Brady Bye.
And they have called that last play an error on Arcina. So Seward goes to second. Searing goes to third. Bender is now at first.
And here comes a
Brady
pinch
Bye,
runner.
perhaps the hottest hitter for Regina, as we get a pinch runner now coming in at second base. It'll be Jory Graves going to second.
Jory Graves, local kid, out of Regina. Plays at Bismarck State, sophomore there.
One of the Red Sox rookies. So Regina kid comes on to the base paths. Regina kid comes up to the dish. Brady Bye has a double, a base hit and a run in the second. That double came in the 7th. And he was the first batter to face off against Arcina. He walked in the 8th. Bases juiced for Bye. Righty on lefty. First time Meisner has faced a lefty. That first pitch is outside for ball 1.
You can just feel the tension here at the stadium. There's a huge at-bat here for Brady Bye.
Tension rising, energy rising. As the seconds go by, so does the importance of this moment. Bye hits this one on the ground. Over to third. Piles will field it, and it's turned over to first in time. So the Red Sox leave the bases loaded and fall the Cactus Rats here in this 2-game set, 6-4.
I mean, you can't do it any better than that. On the play to end it. Just quick and easy pick up. Throw it back to first, and the Cactus Rats have swept the series here against the Regina Red Sox here at Curry Field.
They win last night 10-9, and they win tonight 6-4. 2 absolute thrillers. This one a little bit more heart-pumping as it went to the end. Bruce, final thoughts as we tune out.
Well, these teams both play very exciting games when they play against each other. Of course, the margin of victory is only 1 and 2 in both of these games, but the Red Sox just couldn't find their offense in this game that they had last night. 4 one-run innings compared to the Cactus Rats. 3-run inning, 2-run inning, and 1-run inning for a 6-4 final.
That is your final, 6-4 in favor of the Cactus Rats. Energy City now move up to 8-10, and the Red Sox followed at 9-8, just 1 game above 500. On behalf of everyone, the Regina Red Sox organization, the WCBL, and FloCollege. We thank you all so much for tuning in to our game tonight. My name is Ali Wagner. On behalf of my color man, Bruce Chamiri-Olsen, have a good night, and so long.
Enjoy your weekend.
Yeah, that was really good. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you for having me on.
You're doing the for Tuesday, correct?
I think so.
Thanks, Graham. Great job.